Thank you. We now move on to collaboration technologies for IT-led enterprise. We have with us the Regional Manager, Collaboration Business, Cisco India and SARC, Mr. Dhanesh Dilkush. Please get your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, as Mr. Dhanesh Dilkush joins us on stage. Thank you.
Early good afternoon. And for reasons obvious, I'll try and come down. I hate the Murphy's Law, but I'm going to actually walk down and kind of do a presentation out here. So, I'm part of Cisco. I'm part of the collaboration architecture. I'm going to spend the next 10 to 15 minutes. I don't want to take too much of time from you before you have a good cup of tea out there. Rather have a more brainstorming two-way as compared to just doing a presentation. But the main agenda of this particular session today, as the slide comes up, and it's an interesting topic that I thought of a few days back, in fact, which is the tipping point for enterprise collaboration. And I interact with a lot of IT leaders like you, and I would say practically every organization today has collaboration tools, right? Nobody does not have email or instant messaging, whether it's enterprise or a Google Talk or any of the consumer instant messaging for that matter of fact. You all have IP telephony or analog telephony. Video conferencing guaranteed. And a lot of people say that, okay, where is collaboration going from here on? Right? Have you guys hit headroom issues? Is there any sort of innovation? And I like what was spoken in the roundtable saying, innovation is what matters to business. Can you bring growth? Or are you just going to make your employees productive? But if they can't go and get more customers or increase the delight for customers, what is the use of that productivity? So if you look at collaboration, frankly speaking, and that's where the slide is up now, collaboration has come a very long way, right? People thought collaboration came from the era of instant messaging and IP telephony. Collaboration was there 25 years back, right? When Windows for Workgroup 3.11, most of you know, I come from a Windows background, so I'm going to speak about Windows here. It was all about sharing content over the network. That's also collaboration. Then came this era of IP telephony, where you had IP networks and you want to send voice over it. So you want to build economies of scale. So people said, okay, why don't I build an additional layer of communication on top of just sending data? That was IP telephony. Then came this era of instant messaging. Great tool, sometimes I feel is wasted collaboration because people use it for figuring out which place to go for lunch or have collaborative lunches in the first place, right? A lot of business impact, no disregards there. But then today, when IT leaders like you think about collaboration, you have to think about one fundamental thing. Is collaboration just about productivity? Or is it about this term called outcome-based collaboration? Use case-based collaboration. If I want to get somebody to talk to another employee or a customer, will it help me improve my bottom line or reduce cost? Okay. So that's essentially what CIOs are being asked to think of, right? And that's what we want to figure out as vendors. Are we just going to go and say, sir, these are these 10 new features that our product has, or this is what the 10 new things you can do from these technologies? So there is one fundamental trend. I think the word called BYOD is fairly beaten down by now. Everybody is talking about it. Everybody is investing on it. It's bring your own device to office. I like to call it bring your own desk to office. Or by the way, don't bring it to office. Wherever you are, your office should be at that particular point of time. If you're getting late for office in the morning, you don't want to hit peak hour traffic. You want to stay back home for the first couple of hours, leave at 11 o'clock. For the first 2 hours, you want to do everything what you could do in office from home itself. And are those technologies available today? So this is what disruption is happening today in the market, right? Where technologies have to get far more intelligent for you rather than you figuring out, I want to make an IP call. Do I know the person's extension number? Oh, I'm going to leave the IP phone anyways and pick up my cell phone and call the person. Right? So there is no convergence between a handheld device and a phone sitting at your desk. That's what transformation we want to bring in. Now when we say that there is a trend that is happening today in market, what's happening in the enterprise today? Like all of us are IT leaders. Look at the number of tools that everybody has. You on collaboration have content. We collaborate over content, Word, Excel, PowerPoints, send it as attachments over email. We definitely have conferencing, whether it's hosted audio conferencing for any of the service providers. We have email, we have voice, we have video conferencing. So many tools. As users, we just have so many tools. We want to collaborate, not worry about which tool to use. I want to communicate with somebody from Mumbai to Delhi. Oh, should I pick up an IP phone or should I do a video conference? Should I send an email? Right? Which tool is relevant to which use case is what people like us out here in this room have to decide, not end users. Right? And that's essentially driving the concept of problem of plenty. Not that these tools are not important. These are important. All of us have it. But this is not the tipping point. The tipping point is when you go to the next level of the vision as IT leaders. First one, you want to make sure that these tools are about people. Collaboration is about people. Networking is about IT, right? We as IT leaders decide how our network infrastructure is going to be set up or how our data centers is going to really gear to so much of data explosion. For the people, where collaboration matters is for them as an individual. Now, obviously, if you're talking about those individuals, you're talking about them being in multiple places. They're going to be at their desk. That's pretty prominent. They may potentially go ahead and be in a conference room. You can't expect somebody to have IP telephony only from the person's desk, and as soon as the person moves out of the desk, voila, all your collaboration tools are gone with that. They can be in conference rooms. They can be on the road. They can be anywhere. I mean, today I spend more than 4 hours on road as compared to spending time in office. Right? Most of us do that. And finally, you can be at your customer location. If you're a field person, you're going to be at your customer location. Now, when you're talking about collaboration, we're talking about bring your own device. Really a smartphone, tablet, or voila, even a phablet for that matter of fact. I don't want to worry about those things as an end user. I'm just giving an end user perspective. Or do you want them to worry about, oh, I have a great Wi-Fi, but as soon as I go to the Wi-Fi, I'm going to go on 3G, so I'm going to worry about VPN connectivity. It has to be very secure. It's outside my perimeter network. You don't want them to worry about these things. You want them to be making sure that they worry about themselves of getting the job done. That's the job of collaboration. That's where the tipping point starts from. That's where we create a headroom for everybody out here in this room. Saying if you want to make things, most importantly, relevant to them, first thing, make it simple. How many of you have tried instant messaging on your phone? And IT has come and said, so this is the server address for the instant messaging. Oh, by the way, try email on your phone. This is the backend, mobile.cisco.com. That's the URL for it. Then you connect to email. You don't want them to care about all these things. Care about just a username, that's your identity, and care about a password, that's for authenticity. That's about it. Now, obviously, there is a lot of headroom there. The next is you need to make sure that majority of these collaboration applications are mobile. It has to be mobile first innovation. Today everything is going mobile. Now that does not mean that laptops are not relevant. They are relevant. But laptops are also having their own form factors. Like you saw Windows Surface, it's like a new avatar of a laptop all by itself. Right? And finally you want to make sure that they are unified. Instant messaging is a separate application. Voice is a separate application, video is a separate application, conferencing is a separate application. I want a single application. I will decide what I want to use depending on who I want to communicate. I'm feeling shy of showing my video, I just want to have a voice call. Well, I'm speaking to my manager, I want to express myself, I want to start video on there itself. Right? So that's what collaboration is going towards. Now what is that you as IT leaders obviously are doing today? I'm not saying you're not doing that, but this is what you're always on a journey. You want to make sure first thing, things are easy to use. When I meet CIOs, the first thing, is this ease of use that you're driving or is this adding an additional complexity? Complexity will be there in IT, but hide complexity on the cloud, which is what everybody is trending towards. Whether the cloud is internal private cloud, whether the cloud is somebody's public cloud, doesn't matter. I want to hide the complexity. I want to make sure things are services oriented. Finally, don't start over. The last thing you want is somebody like Cisco come and say, it's a forklift, rip and replace everything that you have invested in now. That's not the strategy. We need to develop technologies that take it a step level above, but still make sure that they, ensure your investments are secure. That's the focus. That's the strategy we want to kind of gear to. So Cisco has a technology. Cisco has been talking about IP telephony, video conferencing, and to be honest about it, a lot of them were acquisitions, and over a period of time, we kind of converge all of them into a platform. So this is not a product, this is a platform we released. I'm going to just introduce a few technologies to you. The first one we introduced is called Cisco Expressway. No rocket science. Only thing in Cisco Expressway, I'm going to talk about the scenario out here. Whether you're looking at your IP telephony, whether it's voicemail, video, conferencing, doesn't matter. It all has to be over the internet without VPN. That's the fundamental. It doesn't matter whether you're on a smartphone, tablet, laptop, somebody's browser from a cyber cafe, it doesn't matter. It has to be without VPN. That's the core context we've introduced in our technology. You go to the next level. How many of you have used IP phone? It's a very stupid question to ask, but I'm asking still, right? I'm assuming everybody, unless you're not listening to me. We introduced Android into an IP phone. It changed the IP telephony landscape all by itself, because till now, you pick up a phone which is an IP phone or an analog phone, all that you say is hello and you move on with the voice. With Android, you're able to develop new applications. There are new line of business scenarios you're developing around that particular technology. And finally, we introduced a concept called intelligent proximity. Everyone gets up in the morning, gets into a car, first thing you do is make a phone call to somebody. The call goes on for an hour, you come onto your office desk, there is a physical phone sitting out there, but your call still continues on your cell phone. And you have a lot of calls coming out there. Some calls numbers are known, some numbers are unknown because you're not in your contacts. And what do you do if you want to make sure the person can continue the call from that particular physical phone on your desk? Disconnect the cell phone, pick up your landline, dial the number which is in your call history, and move on from there on. With this technology, using an iPhone and Android, you keep talking. As soon as you come towards your IP phone, the call gets transferred automatically. You pick up the phone from there on, the call continues without violating TRAI. Right? And that's the technology we're building into all our IP phones. I want to introduce a customer out here, SBI Mutual Fund, who has deployed not just the IP telephony technology of Cisco, but a lot of other products around that. And they are on the journey of the technologies I showcased out here. So instead of me just yapping away to what I have as technology, I'm going to let a customer speak about what they have done. Can you just roll the video, please?
At SBI Mutual Fund, we were using different and divergent technology platform for all our communication needs. We have been using audio conferencing facility through the service provider Bridge for very frequent and intensive use. Also, we have on-premises video conferencing facility for connecting our zonal offices. And also, like most of our other organizations, most of us are using smartphones and mobile devices for our daily personal and professional communications. But the problem is that our all technology platforms were operating in silos and with very little integration among themselves. So that's why we adopted the approach called Unified Communication Platform approach for going forward.
I don't like to have so many instruments on my table. I need a little bit of space on my table. And I don't like so many wires hanging around. So this phone has actually helped me in getting 3 or more facilities in one phone, like audio, like video conferencing, like IP, and all these things. Also they're done, it's an excellent product. More than that, the relationship, the people from the Cisco, they're excellent people. I get an excellent after sales service.
One can also install UC clients on the smartphones and other mobile devices. This helps most of the employees to remain connected while they are traveling with the same corporate network.
So Jabber is a great collaborative tool which enables me to communicate with my business units, and it's got a lot of options. One interesting thing what I find about Jabber is the presence feature, wherein I'll be able to see the status of my colleague, whether he is online or whether he is on a call, and I can do an instant message with him for better communication. And if I want to chat with a group of people, I can get them on a group chat. And apart from that, it enables me to share files. I've been using Jabber now for some time, and it's been very good and helpful for me, especially when I'm mobile. Because when you're out for meeting or you're out from a conference or you're attending some meeting, it's very good that you don't miss any calls. It empowers you with that ability that you are available all the time on the go, and that's what is very exciting about Jabber. I would say that Jabber has helped me to improve my productivity in terms of people not missing me at all on my desk.
Cisco also helped us in user training, which increased user adoption over a period of time. The solution has huge cost benefit for us, and surprisingly it did not come with a high premium. Overall, it was an excellent experience for us, and I would recommend you to consider solutions like this, IP telephony and UC, when you adopt a new technology as compared to the legacy systems like analog.
So you heard the customer speaking about their journey on unified communications. Now, obviously, IP telephony rather than using analog telephony, and how they essentially use these smart devices like, for example, an iPad or an Android, for instance. But you just roll the presentation. But in kind of conclusion, right, in the interest of time again, I want to call out 4 go-tos that we are driving with the market today, with IT leaders like you. First is mobile-first innovation. We want to make sure that when we develop a technology, it's not first on a laptop and then comes on a mobile device. It has to come on a mobile device, because that's where the explosion is happening today. But it's not about mobile device only on iOS, or maybe then on Android. It can't be an afterthought from a different operating system perspective. It has to be across the board. We want to make sure the technologies, and that's what we will recommend to a lot of you people, that don't think about only cloud. It has to be cloud and on-premises, and they have to be in a hybrid scenario, right? Obviously, we want to make sure that you're looking at collaboration, because it's about end users, has a delightful experience. When somebody gets into the conference room, the video conferencing should look nice. It should not be like, oh, now I have so many wires, I don't know how to call, let me call somebody from admin, and then the video call happens, right? You spend the first 15 minutes just doing that, and business guys hate that, right? And finally, you want to ensure that you reduce complexity and obviously cost, but cost is more of something which you realize over a period of time as cost reduction, rather than just obviously looking at cost reduction on the product itself. So with this, I will leave you with some more time so we can have a good cup of tea. If there are any specific questions that you have for me, I'm more than happy to answer them right now, or out there having a good cup of tea again. Thanks once again for your time. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. And may I request Mr. Edna to hand over a memento, a token of our appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to say a huge thank you to Mr. Dinesh Dilkush, Regional Manager, Collaboration Business, Cisco India and SARC. Can we hear it for Mr. Dilkush?